Let's get some more insight on the situation on the Korean Peninsula now. And joining me is Joseph Cheng, a political analyst. He's based in Hong Kong. Joseph, thanks so much for joining us. We have been witnessing consistent escalation on the Korean Peninsula. Are we at the point where we should actually be frightened now, or are there still enough options available to stop worse from happening?
Well, the basic parameters remain the same in the sense that no party is interested in a regime change in Pyongyang. China and Russia are strongly against it. South Korea doesn't want to pay the financial burden of reunification. Japan is very uncomfortable with a unified Korea. The United States understands the tremendous cost of managing North Korea after its occupation. However, the issue of a kind of surgical strike against the North Koreans' nuclear weapons and missile facilities exists. The United States certainly has the military capability, but North Korea will most likely have enough weapons remaining after surgical attack and will be able to impose unacceptable damage to American bases, at least in South Korea and Japan. So from a rational point of view, a military conflict is to be avoided by all parties concerned.
It is to be avoided, but you were saying that if there were a strike by North Korea, would it only be hitting military bases on the peninsula and in Japan potentially, or could North Korea actually threaten civilians in a massive attack?
We don't know, because under such circumstances, the North Koreans' responses cannot be predicted accurately. But again, from a rational point of view, if the surgical strike is of a limited scale, then a rational response would be military against military, namely attacks on American bases in South Korea.
A rational response. Okay. We would hope that North Korea would be rational at best. But what do you really think China's role should be here? Does China actually hold the key to communicating with the North, or are there too many anti-U.S. interests at stake in China to get further involved?
China and the United States are interested to avoid the military conflict. China would like to exert more pressure on Pyongyang, but China also wants to maintain a long-term good relationship with Pyongyang, and it realizes that its pressure may have limited impact. China's position is that the United States must talk to Pyongyang towards the ultimate goal of establishing diplomatic relations and guaranteeing the security of North Korea. Under such circumstances, it is very difficult to initiate negotiations at this point, and therefore you see a lot of military posturing, both North Korea and the United States wanting to demonstrate that they are unwilling to back down and they have to be accountable to their domestic audiences.
Okay, we will leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us, Joseph Cheng there from Hong Kong.